tutti and welcome to Cooking with Nonna. I have a superstar on the set today.
Oh, yes. And I am Caroline from, well, my family, from Accetura in the region of Basilicata.
That's wonderful. Now let's take a closer look and get to know our Nonna.
I was born in Brooklyn. However, my mother whisked me away at 6 months of age because she wanted me to meet a rich husband. So we went to a very affluent neighborhood in Queens so that I could grow up like the princess that I was treated as all my life, as I was the only child. Since we were the first ones to have a house, we were the ones that did the Sunday Italian dinners. And those meals we used to have, oh, they were incredible. Started at 11 in the morning till 6, 7 at night. When I was very young, it was really annoying because I wanted to go out and play. But I am so grateful for them because they have become the most treasured memories of my life. The food, the companionship, and then we all played instruments, so we sang. Who played the guitar? I played the fiddle. It was something else. It was really wonderful. There were caterers all throughout the family, right? And my husband's family was full of caterers. So he and I started experimenting. And it was wonderful, except for the fact that the first meal I made for company was a turkey. And unfortunately, I left the innards in it. So we did have to go out for dinner that night. Anyway, but I did learn all the wonderful dishes. My mother finally broke down and let me have the recipes and began teaching me. And it was wonderful. And then every Thursday night, we'd have a gourmet meal. You know, I read once that enjoyment of the art of living as well as the art of eating are or can be synonymous.
Okay, well, let's get to the meat and potatoes.
Oh, no potatoes, just meat. Okay?
If you say so.
Pork chops. Pork chops con sofrito.
Otherwise called costate di maiale alla lucana.
Oh, mamma mia, bella.
I gotta do something good.
Good, that's great.
So let's get started. What do you want to
Okay.
do first?
Oh, let's make a rub for the chops. Get 2 of those garlic cloves and smash them up, girl.
We're gonna make our own meat rub. And we're gonna do that by pounding out some garlic cloves.
Right.
And
okay,
I have
some kind of mash. Oh, that's great.
If you have a mallet, you want to use the flat side because you don't want to poke through your saran wrap that we've covered our garlic in.
Think of somebody you'd really like to get even with. Very good.
It's enough? You sure?
A little more. One more here. I love the way you do that.
I love the way you tell me to.
Okay, great. Now,
and
let's
you
put
see
that in a little bowl with some olive oil and salt and pepper.
Thank you. Okay, so we're just going to scrape away the paste that we've made. And how quick was that?
Very good. You were wonderful. You go to a, what? You go to aerobics or something? Is that what
I work out.
You keep in shape?
Yeah.
Great.
And what are we going to add to this?
Just a little olive oil and make it a little pastier and a little salt and pepper maybe. Okay? So I don't ever use, I keep forgetting about salt. As I told you, I have high blood pressure, so I don't even cook with salt anymore at all.
And we got some salt.
But, good.
And I'm just going to mix this up quickly with
and then
fork. So I'm just mixing the salt and pepper and the olive oil into our garlic paste.
Okay.
Okay, put that aside. So what are we going to do next?
How about rubbing the chops with that garlic mix?
So I'm going to introduce our pork chops with the bone. Very important for flavor. And I'm just going to take some rub.
Great. Okay.
And get some on the other side.
Of course.
So what do we do next?
Well, we need to get some olive oil here for the chops. We need to cook them in that olive oil, okay?
No problem.
While we're cutting everything else, okay?
So over a medium heat, you just want to get some olive oil nice and hot and start sauteing. So what goes next?
Let's put the chops in the olive oil now that it's heated.
Good idea.
Okay?
Okay.
Good. I'm glad you agree with me. Careful for splatter. Perfect.
Oh, and
Perfect.
a nice searing sound.
Good, good, good. Perfect.
Nice.
All right.
And when do you know when to turn these over?
Well, it's really done by instinct, I think. You can wait maybe 3 or 4 minutes and then turn it over for another 3 minutes.
I love the answer. When you feel it's ready, then it gets turned over. So, right?
When you have the right instinct about it, of course. I usually wait 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
And these look great. We're going to
Thank
turn
you.
them over. So we got our pork chops going. What are we going to do next?
Well, while these are cooking through, we're going to chop up the onion and the garlic.
And make our sofrito.
There you go.
And a sofrito is really commonly used in Italian cuisine. And it's usually a mixture of carrots, onions, and celery. But today we are using vinegar peppers. We're using a large onion and some garlic. So I'm going to get all 3 in front of me and we're going to start chopping.
Right. Chop away, girl.
So I'm going to do the garlic first.
Right.
And we're going to pow that.
You don't really have to mince that. Just, yeah.
Well,
Makes it easier for you
you
to
know.
chop it up there, right?
Just
Girl.
Since we're già che stiamo, since we're here.
Okay. Well, I went to visit a friend of a friend, okay? And he was working at Cinecittà. I don't know, you're very young. Do you know Cinecittà?
I know Cinecittà. It's a very famous film studio.
That's right. But, you know, nothing today like it was when I went when I was young. It was the film capital of the world, really. Every important filmmaker from America, Germany, France went to Cinecittà. Oh, in fact, do you know Anthony Quinn? Well,
Heard of him?
that's where he became a star. Well, what was so interesting is this friend of a friend that I went to visit was working at that Cinecittà, and he insisted I not go home the next day. Instead, go to Cinecittà because they were looking for any woman that spoke English. It could be American, British, whatever.
Where was I?
You weren't even born yet. What do you mean, where were you?
Kidding.
Anywho, to make a long story short, I went. There were 500 women there auditioning, and guess who got the part?
Who? Congratulations.
And the thing is, I was shocked. I was the voice of Gina Lollobrigida. I thought it was going to be just one of the other actresses in the film, but no, it was Gina.
Well, that's some voice. I've chopped all of this.
Oh, you are great, and it looks wonderful.
So what are we going to do with it now?
Now we're going to put this into another plate so we can saute that. And
So we're going to transfer our pork chops.
gotta try and get this out of here so it doesn't smother all those onions and things. And just put that in here.
Going to add our sofrito.
Very good. Very, very good.
And this is going to caramelize so nicely. And you want to cook a sofrito until your onions are translucent and very soft. That's really the indicator of when your sofrito is done. So our sofrito is caramelizing right as we speak. And what goes in next?
The wine.
So we're going to add a cup of dry white wine. And when it comes to cooking wine, I'm not a big fan. Personally, I think the best wine for cooking is boxed wine because it's affordable and you have great flavor when all the alcohol is reduced. And speaking of a reduction, that's what we're doing here. because our alcohol is going to reduce into a nice
glaze,
and you won't be able to smell the alcohol anymore when it's done.
Right.
So that's how you know. So
it will be hopefully permeated into the chops, right?
That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, so this has been cooking for about 10 minutes and it has reduced really nicely. You don't smell any more wine. And what goes in?
Nice glaze. Let's get back our pork chops. Yeah. Okay. Great.
And you just want to keep them in here for about...
a few minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes.
And turn it over once so they all get coated with some sofrito.
And that gets reheated, yeah. You know, sometimes what I do too is when I take those chops out, I try to put them on a hot dish.
A hot dish?
Yeah, to keep them warm.
Adds a little something, something?
No, just to keep them warm while you... Yeah.
So our pork chops have been cooking in our sofrito for about 5 minutes. And they look ready to go. And I'm ready to eat them, frankly, so...
Good. I'll join you.
Turn off our heat.
Great.
Oh, and this looks great.
Oh, it does.
And the sofrito has become kind of a side dish to our pork chops. And this is a one-pan meal all together with a side dish of a sofrito. And this is so quick and easy to make.
It is.
So, you gonna join me?
I sure am.
Let's eat.
It's quite good, too. Okay. A little piece right in here. All right. Get some of that stuff there.
Oh, this looks great.
Isn't that good? Hot. Oh. Good.
This is wonderful. Those vinegar peppers really add a nice spicy flavor. And I love the onions and the garlic and the wine that's infused our pork chops. Thank you for being here today and making this with me.
Oh, thank you for having me, Bella.
And thank you for being my nonna.
Oh,
Ciao.
ciao.
Oh my God.